Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's early this morning because I gotta go to Memphis to check about getting my tires on Project Babe warranted because they're supposed to have a 50,000 mile warranty on them. But they've been running through me through the ringer on that one. So I haven't necessarily been able to get it done, but today should be the day. And they'll either replace them or they won't. If they replace them, I won't be as upset as I am. But the way I feel is you pay your hard-earned money for something, then you should get, what you pay for. I bought 4 tires from this company, and if they don't want to stick by their warranty, that's fine. I'm going to put them on blast online, and that's how it's going to be, and then I'm going to be done with it. I'll buy a new set of tires and mark this up as a lesson learned. The lesson we were trying to learn was, can cheap tires be good? Well, I've put exactly about I wouldn't say exactly, but about 14,000 miles on them in the last year. For part of that year, this truck sat around and was not driven because it needed a transmission. We got the new transmission in it, and we bumped up the mileage because I started driving it again. And the miles are going to go way up because I got to drive an hour and a half to Memphis to the tire dealership, tire store, whatever you want to call it, to get them to look at these tires. I'm going to get a penny out of the truck, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, and it seems that my back tires just so happen to be the worst because you can see, like, all this is real good, but then all this is real bad. And actually, if I can find a wear marker, there is the wear marker. And when you go by tread depth, you shouldn't be able to see Lincoln's head. Well, you're not supposed to be able to see Lincoln's head, and I can see all of Lincoln's head, and the entire center from about here to here is completely wore out and down to the tread marker in every spot. And it just doesn't make any sense. Well, you go to the front and they look way better. I mean, this is what it's supposed to look like. There's the wear marker way down in there instead of being on the surface. And old Abe's got, I was sitting on the wear marker, most of his head covered up. That being said, the outer edges on these have started to chop out. The outer and the inner. And the place I bought these wouldn't even rotate them because they were so slick. I mean, they're down very center of the tire to the wear marker. I mean, same spot right next to a wear marker, and you're not even covering up Abe Lincoln's hair. So, it is what it is. I'm shooting this video right before I go because I plan on posting it this evening. If they make it right at the end of this video, I'll say, no, the tires didn't hold up. Cheap tires, they may not hold up very long, but they stuck by their warranty. So it's a risk I'm willing to take. But if they don't make it right, well, I'm just going to put them on blast because both my rear tires are completely wore out in the center, and my front tires are chopping out on the edges. Which, if it was just the front tires, I would throw to a bad alignment or anything like that, but the truck's been aligned within the last year, so it's not that. I don't know what's causing the back tires to wear out the way they are. The truck won't spin tires. You can't do a burnout in it or anything like that, so it's not that. So I don't know what caused the tires to wear out. Funny thing about it is currently my job, I make tires for a living. For one of the top tire manufacturers in the world, actually. Cooper Tire. So I know how tires are made, and I know that if you don't make them exactly right, just the smallest thing goes wrong in making them, you can make a bad set of tires. Or at least one bad tire. But if that whole supply for tread maybe got messed up, that would explain why I have bad tires, because the tires should have come out about the same time. Maybe from the same press, from the same line of rubber. I don't know. I could figure it out. I could look up how they track tires through our warehouse and figure out if these tires were made around the same time with the same... They'll be made with the same rubber, but the same batch of rubber. If these were made the day before, they're not going to be made out of the same rubber as the front ones. But if the two back ones came out the same day and the two front ones came out a different day, it could actually make sense because they would have all been run with different batches of rubber. That's just how it works. I can't go into super great detail on that because it is my job and I don't want to get in trouble. But that's how it works. And there's ways to track this tire till this tire gets shredded. Or at least when it comes to Cooper tires, they can track your tire. And matter of fact, tire's 50 years old. If it was made by Cooper Tire, they can track it. And they know when and where and who made it. Because that tire is destroyed. No longer exists. And it happens that sometimes they have to track an 8 or 9, 10-year-old tire. I don't know if they've ever tracked a 50-year-old tire. I'm just saying they can track every tire. If it's on your vehicle and it says Cooper, they can track it down to the person who made it. Through every step. So from the time it was nothing to the time it was a tire, they can tell you who had their hands on it. Which is cool. But I got to get going up towards Memphis. And I'll come back and tell y'all how it went. If they decided to actually warranty the tire like they were supposed to. Because they were supposed to have a 50,000 mile warranty. And I've put 14,000 on them. That's not a lot. It's not even close. Not even half. And the backs are completely wore out. To the point that the place that put them on was telling me that they couldn't rotate them to the front because it was too dangerous. And they didn't want to be liable because they rotated them, then they blew out. If y'all didn't know this about tires, your best tires are supposed to be on the front of your vehicle. And what I mean by best tires is tire with most tread, because the front of your vehicle steers your vehicle. You put your worst tires on the back, even though if you drive a rear-wheel drive vehicle such as this truck, it pushes, but through wet and inclement weather and stuff like that, your steering's more important. That's why you put your better tire up there. Also, if you're going to have a blowout, you want it on the back of the vehicle, because if you have a blowout on the front of your vehicle where you steer, it can yank your vehicle off the road or into oncoming traffic if you were to have a blowout due to a bad tire. So you really want your worst tires on the back. So all that being said, I'm going to get going. I'm going to hit the road. I got to stop and get diesel and stuff before I get too far out of town. Or well, I got to get to town, get diesel, then head out of town towards Memphis. And I'll let you guys know this evening how it goes. Guys, so we just made it to Memphis. Roughly about an hour and a half drive. I'm here at the place now. They had me come to Unbeatable Tire. Figured this was easier than trying to send them all that stuff that they asked for. And they gave me two options. To either come up here or send them all this information and have them overlook it and send me more tires that I have to go have them put on. I'll take an hour and a half to come up here, let them do all this stuff, put the tires on, if they're going to put tires on, and I'll go home. Instead of having to deal with all that stuff, wait for them to send me tires, and then have to take more time to go get them installed. I figured this was the easier, faster way to do it. We'll give y'all a little shot of their sign, and then I'm going to go inside and see if we can get this done. So there's their little sign, Unbeatable Tire, up here in Memphis, just past the airport on the left. Alright guys, so I just left the tire place, and the representative guy from Travelstar Tires came over there and looked at my tires. And the fronts are chopping out, the backs are slick. I knew that. They're not going to warranty them. So that tire's got a 50,000 mile warranty on them. I put 14,000 miles on them, and they're not going to warranty them. The $500 set of tires, that's with installation. That was the total cost. No, that was not. Yeah, that was with installation. No, that was just a cost. So installation was another 60, I think. And they're not going to stand behind their warranty. That's fine. They weaseled out of it, blamed it on not maintaining them, not, the air pressure was wrong or whatever. When Walmart installed them, they said that they put 80 PSI in them. It's an 80 PSI rated tire, 80 in the back. And he's saying, well, high tire pressure is what caused it. Which means Walmart put too much air in them from the start or whatever. He wants to, thing is I started this trying to get these warranted months ago, but then COVID hit and everything got backed up and it just wasn't possible to get it done. That's fine, okay, whatever. But in 14,000 miles, the back of my back tires are slick and my front ones are chopping out. So at a minimum, I have to find or buy 2 new rear tires. So I either got to spend $250 and buy another set of Travelsstars for the rear, or buy a whole new set of tires or whatever. So we started out this journey to find out if you could buy a cheap set of tires for a 3/4 ton pickup. I'm going with no, as far as Travelstar tires go. If I buy another cheap set and we give them a shot, I'll let you guys know how that turns out. But as of right now, no, you can't buy a cheap set of tires and run them on a 3/4 ton truck. I tried it. The other thing about it is Travelstar's not willing to stand behind their warranty. It cost me, probably about $30 in fuel by the time this trip is done. It'd be about half a tank of fuel to come up here and go back home. Maybe a little less than half a tank, but so there's that. And now I have to buy a new set of tires. So in theory, that $1,000 set of tires I was gonna buy, or $800 or whatever it was for Cooper tires, would have been the better deal, because now I have to rebuy at a minimum the back, which is going to bring me up to about $800 anyway, plus the time it took me to come up here and do this, and the hassle of having to buy more tires and have to put on. So in my opinion, cheaper tires aren't worth it, because they wear out so fast that it ends up in a year you end up spending the same amount of money that you would have spent on a good set of tires and have to go through the whole hassle. So I don't recommend it. And I definitely don't recommend Travelstar tires. They're not willing to stand behind their warranty. It is what it is. They can try to blame me. They can try to blame Walmart. They're just trying to weasel their way. And did. I'm not going to fight it that hard. They weaseled their way out of having to stick by their warranty. So don't give them your business and don't give them your money unless you want to buy 2 sets of tires in about a year. Alright guys, so I'm back home after going up there to deal with the tire warranty stuff. And like I said, it didn't work out. They're not going to replace them or anything like that. They're not going to stand by their warranty. They're blaming everybody. They're not taking responsibility for just making a bad tire, a cheap tire. So that's fine. That's okay. All I'm going to tell you is, right here at the end of this, is don't buy cheap tires. Stay away from Travelstar, EcoPath, all-terrain tires. Travelstar's not going to stand behind their warranty, and that's fine. I learned my lesson. I won't buy cheap tires again, because this is going to end up costing me the same that the other set of tires I was going to buy were going to cost me anyway. So it is what it is, and just, learn from my lesson. I learned from my lesson, so I guess something good come out of it. I know now not to buy cheap tires, even though this year I may have to go and spend $250 or whatever on another set to match these for the back, just because the back ones are real bad. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay frosty.